right, so today, before we start, let's put the section number and the title on. So put the date and then we'll move on from there. We're going to do section 1.5 today, and our goal is going to be to multiply two binomials. And before I go through how we do that, again, I'm going to give you a little vocabulary. So a binomial. The last couple of days, we've talked about monomials, which is a single term, mono meaning one. Bi, like as in bicycle or bicentennial, means two. So what we're going to do is be multiplying two-termed polynomials. So a binomial is a polynomial with two terms. Before we multiply them, I'm going to have you do a little review here. So review first. First thing I'd like you to do, sorry about the bells, is multiply 2x squared by 4x minus 5. And then I'd like you to factor 6x to the third minus 18x squared. When you're done doing that, I'd like you to show them to me before you move on with this video so I can make sure that you did them right. So just go ahead and do those. Pause the video, raise your hand. One of us will come and check that, make sure you've done those two things right. So just so you understand what you're supposed to do, multiply first, and then I want you to factor these next. When that's done, raise your hand, I'll come check it, and then continue on with the video. All right, so continuing on, when we multiply a binomial by a binomial, let's put an example up here. For example, 2x plus 4. I'm going to make it bigger than that. That's ugly. 2x plus, let's even just say 2x plus 3 times x plus 5. Really what we do is the distributive property. Pretend the 3 wasn't even there and you were just doing this process up here where you multiply the 2x squared in. That's really what you're going to do here. You're going to multiply the 2x by the x and then the 2x by the 5. When we classify these terms, these first two are called the first terms because they're the first in each of their binomials. The other pair that you're multiplying are called the outside terms because they're both on the very outsides. So what we do is we have an acronym for how you multiply these. You do the first terms first, which is 2x times x. Then you multiply the outside terms, which is 2x times 5. Really, you're just distributing that 2x in. When you're done doing that, you grab the 3 and you do the same thing. You multiply the 3 times the x. Those are called the inside terms because they're both smashed on the insides. And then we multiply the 3 by the 5. And those are called the last terms because they're the last in their binomials. So there's an acronym that comes with this, and it says you multiply firsts, outsides, insides, last. So we call it the FOIL method. But really, what you're doing is just distributing each of the first binomial into the second. And then when you clean it up, 2x times x gives you 2x to the second. When we multiply, we add those little exponents. Plus 2x times 5 is 10x. Plus, in the green, 3 times x is 3x. And then plus 3 times 5, which is 15. And then we combine like terms, which is almost always our O and our I. 10x plus 3x's gives us 13x's. So I have 2x squareds plus 13x's plus 15. And that's what I get when I multiply those two binomials. So what I'd like you to do is flip this sheet over, and we're just going to practice a couple of them. So flip your note sheet over to the back side, and we're just going to FOIL a few and then be done. So let's do number 1. Let's just take x minus 3 times x plus 6. Those are binomials, 2 terms in each one. We're going to use our FOIL method, which is really just distributing this x in. X times x, or the first terms, gives us x times x, which is x squared. Then I distribute it into the next one. I'm really just hopping that x into both. And we call those next ones the outsides. But I get plus 6x on the outsides. Then I go in and multiply the negative 3 times x for a minus 3x. Those are called my insides. And then my lasts is really negative 3, make sure you take the sign with you, times 6, which is a minus 18. So really what I'm doing when I'm multiplying 2 binomials is I'm doing 4 multiplication problems. I'm doing the firsts, the outsides, the insides, and then the last. Or equivalently, I'm hopping this x into here, then into here. Then I'm taking the negative 3 and I'm hopping it into both. These then are considered like terms, so I'm going to combine them. I would end up with x squared plus 3x's, because I've got 6 of them going down 3, minus 18. I put it in a box, and I consider it done. So we'll just do 2 more of those and call it a day. FOILing is usually a pretty doable process for most kids. So let's take and maybe make a 5x minus 3 times a 2x plus 7. I'll give you a minute to write that down. I would like you to pause the video, and I want you to write out your firsts, outsides, insides, and then lasts. So go ahead and pause the video and write out your 4 multiplications, and then check and see if you did it right. So pause now. All right, so let's see how you did. We do firsts, 5x times 2x gives me 10x squared. Then I do the outsides. Really, I'm just dumping that 5x into both terms. 5x times 7 is 35x. Then I go take the insides, and I do negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Then I do the negative 3 times 7, which is a minus 21. I then have like terms, just like in the word FOIL, FOIL, standing for first, outside, inside, last. These combine to make their own sound. Well, these two are going to combine in the middle to make their own term. So I've got 10x squareds, 35x's minus 6x's gives me 29x's. And then I have my minus 21 hanging along at the end. So lastly, I'm going to have you do these. And then when you're done, bring it up to me. I'll check this third one, and you can grab the worksheet for section 1.5 on multiplying 2 binomials, where you will just take and FOIL only about 10 problems. We're not going to do a whole lot of them because FOILing isn't too bad of an issue. So I'm going to have you multiply 2x minus 1 times 3x plus 4. So you go ahead and multiply those and bring it up to me. If it's right, I'll give you the worksheet. If it's wrong, we'll fix it. Have a good one.